Hey guys, Dazzler Magic here, still sick from being around human beings on a plane and then in Vegas, but I can now afford to blow my nose in $100 bills, so let's talk about some MH3 leaks. This one we actually don't know the source on, some guy on Reddit, and could be shopped, so, just putting that out there. And these leaks are huge. This isn't just, somebody got a hold of one demo pack and opened it and it's mostly commons, These are for more of the flip-over planeswalkers, or FlipWalkers, which are among the most important cards in the entire set. Now, the one we already saw, a Johnny Nakatl Pariah, is already going on pre-orders for like $45. So to say that these are potentially kind of high, So first up, we got Tamio, Inquisitive Student, and then Tamio, Seasoned Scholar. Oh, I thought it was going to flip to Tamio, new CEO of WOTC. I think she's very qualified. I think she'd do a good job. So on the front side, she's a 0-3 for 1 in blue, which already is pretty good, and then flying. So just as a creature, that's pretty good. If you've been watching my channel long enough, you know that I call those creatures block cows because they just unintelligently stand in the road and block traffic for a couple turns. Low cost, 0 attack, high defense creatures that you can drop on turn 1 or 2. That's a block cow. Well, we have the first flying block cow. It may not be the first one. In fact, I think I can think of some exceptions, but still, 0-3 for 1 in the air, that's really good. It's not going to win you a constructed game necessarily, but this will slow down a draft. So what else does she do? Well, whenever she attacks, investigate. I assume you're investigating why she attacked with 0 attack. Good luck with that one. And then whenever you draw your third card in a turn, exile Tamio, then return her to the battlefield transformed under her owner's control. So just toxic hyper draw control trash is what she supports, so great. And then on the back side, she appears to be blue-green. It's a little blurry, but that's what the border seems to suggest. So +2 until your next turn. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, it gets -1 until end of turn. So they're kind of like a more basic version of Archangel of Tithes, which, by the way, after its latest reprint, has dropped it to like $4. Boy, if you want one single piece of evidence that the game is dying, that card should never be under $10. But an attack suppressant that's not just plus at all, it's +2. Oh, baby. And she flips over with only 2, so for 1 mana, hey, but it's going to take a bit to flip her. But the second you do, you get a +2 her. Now, if you attack with her, create a clue token, and then on the same turn manage to draw a third card, she will actually be a tapped planeswalker. Always a funny thing. It's not that rare, because Sorin just loves turning himself into a dragon and coming at you. But I just thought it was funny. So on -3, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, that should be -3. If it's a green card, add 1 mana of any color. Okay, that's just kind of interesting. And then -7, draw cards equal to half the number of cards in your library, rounded up. Okay, I don't want to count that. This is another digital-only card, basically. You have to count every card in your library, keep it in the same order, then start counting again and stop at half. That's just stupid. You get an emblem with, you have no maximum hand size. So yeah, you just absolutely launch your deck at them. That's a very Tamio thing to do. Overall, I don't like this card. I don't like what it represents, but I do like a good flying 1-cost 0-3. So next up, we've got Sorin of House Markov, and Sorin, depiction of what the left thinks white people are like. So he's a 2-cost black 1-4 with lifelink, which is, similar to the block cow, but like advanced block cowery. He has Extort, everybody remembers that. Whenever you cast a spell, you may pay 1 white or 1 black. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. Classic Ravnica ability. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, if you gain 3 or more life that turn, which is incredibly easy to do, exile them and return to the battlefield transformed. Oh, which means I was wrong about the tapped planeswalker thing. You exile them, and when you return them, they're a new permanent with a new status. Oops, my bad. So on the planeswalker side, he has 3 loyalty and still has Extort, and then +2, create a food token. Ah, yes, because Sorin began his career as a chef, as we all know. -1, he deals damage equal to the amount of life you gained this turn to any target. Ooh, that is really dangerous. That's like Sanguine Bond, but on a -1. That's pretty good. And then -6, gain control of target creature. It becomes a vampire in addition to its other types. Put a lifelink counter on it, but only if you control a white permanent other than that creature or Sorin. So, permanent kidnap there. Okay, that's pretty strong. No wonder it's -6. I mean, you'd have to +2/+2 -6 and risk him at 1. I mean, in a black-white life gain deck, I'd put him in, obviously. In a mono-white, would I, like, splash black somehow to put him in? No, I don't think he's quite that good. Not in, like, the Eternal scale. Then let's move on to the fabulous Ral Monsoon Mage. Apparently, before the 1,000-Year Storm, it was just kind of raining for a while. I assume the monsoon actually is referring to the monsoon of bullshit from WOTC to retcon him to be gay. Well, he's a 1/3 for 2 in red, and the only reason they did that is that you can't immediately easily blow him away necessarily, at least with like a shock spell, which would actually be kind of funny. And instant and sorcery spells, you cast 1 less to cast because he's a storm enabler, and yeah, everybody hates that. The storm scale is called the storm scale for a reason, and I believe storm is a 9 on it. Cascade's pretty high up there too. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell during your turn, flip a coin. Oh god. If you lose the flip, Ral Monsoon Mage deals 1 damage to you. If you win the flip, you may exile Ral. Oh my god. If you do, return him to the battlefield transformed. Great. That is just about the stupidest thing I've heard today. So then we get Ral Leyline Prodigy. Oh boy. When he enters the battlefield, he enters with additional loyalty counters on him for each instant and sorcery spell you've cast this turn. Great. +1 until your next turn. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. I mean, yeah, real creative there. -2, he deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. Draw a card if you control a blue permanent other than Ral. Boy, they ran out of ideas with this one, didn't they? -8. Exile the top 8 cards of your library. You may cast instant and sorcery spells from among them without paying their mana cost. But only this turn. Well, that's some bullshit. Good thing he only enters with 2+ loyalty, then you can only +1 him, so that's kind of like unrealistic. Like, that's kind of what an ultimate ability should be, despite that literally just being like Superstorm. And finally, we've got Grist. Haven't seen her in a while, so Grist Voracious Larva and Grist the Plague Swarm. Ah yes, I'm so glad they included this one that has such a big fan base. So this is one of the stupidest storylines in the entire history of the game. So Grist shows up to your plane, and then summons up all the insects after about a week and eats all your plants, and then, yeah. Now, I don't actually know where the story is from, but it's considered non-canon, which makes no sense. I think it was statements from the staff mixed with, like, a comic book or something. I don't know, whatever. But, yeah, I guess, she tried to, like, destroy Kamigawa and Eldraine, and then Johnny and Tamio teamed up to, like, investigate and be like, what's up with this flash and all these insects? And so Johnny was like, ooh, let me use my Magic of Johnny's scanning powers to detect which one has a spark. Oh, yeah, there she is. And then they talked it out and said, can you not eat farmland and not eat the bark from the trees so that it grows back and just eat the leaves? And she was like, yeah, I'll do that. Let's be friends. I would have launched fireballs until she's dead. And then cleaned up her friends with a little bit of raid spray. So with that idiocy out of the way, let's see what the origin story is here, because this is literally just Magic Origins 2 MH3 edition. So Grist Voracious Larva, 1 cost 1/2 with Death Touch. Good, I can kill it. When Grist Voracious Larva or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it entered from your graveyard or you cast it from your graveyard, you may pay 1 green. If you do, exile Grist, then return to the battlefield transformed. So then it's in its full Zerg form, 3 loyalty, +1, create 1/1 black and green insect creature token, then mill 2 cards, put a death touch counter on the token if a black card was milled this way. Boy, only if, that's not that good. I mean, creating a creature for 1, like, okay. Then -2, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Okay, so just naturalize. I feel like maybe that should be -1, I don't know, but it's not that powerful of a planeswalker. And then -6, which would be pretty hard to get to. For each creature card in your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of it. Holy crap. Except it's a 1/1 black and green insect. Oh, that's funny. Another very digital-friendly ability, because you have to, like, look at a card and realize it's not real, it's a token, and also its stats are wrong, and I don't know. Kind of funny that they'd take an Eternal set and make the cards very digital friendly and very paper unfriendly if they want people to buy it, and the only people still playing paper are Commander players. Well, that's about it for the leaks today. I honestly don't think that this set's going to sell very well compared to whatever Masters set they're working on. So I'm going to go put on a shirt and grab the mail because I got like 16,000 different things delivered while I was gone. And forgot until just this very moment. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.